Welcome back to the Retro Cartoon Dude Show, the show where we watch these insane old cartoons so you don't have to. I'm Chris.
I'm Connor.
And today we watched Visionaries, Knights of the Magical Light, Episode 6, Lion Hunt. In a post-apocalyptic future where magic has become more powerful than science, the good guys, aka the Spectral Knights, fight the bad guys, aka the Darkling Lords, by transforming into their holographic animal things that jump out of their chests, and also using magic staffs and driving weird vehicles. And the magic systems in this show are probably the most complicated thing I've ever seen.
They have to recite a soliloquy and then they get to turn into an armadillo?
They don't have to recite their poem to turn into their animal totem. That's a completely separate magic system. But you're right. Everybody can turn into a chest animal, like a blue animal that comes out of the chest, and then they become that animal.
Some are much cooler than others.
Oh yeah, some people got with the choices. Half of the characters have the ability to use these magic staffs. And to use it, you have to say your poem, and then it does, like it's one thing that it does. But after you use your magic staff, it runs out of power. So you got to go recharge it at the wizard's house, because he has a charging station there.
They should install those other places. It sounds inconvenient for the wizard to have people coming to charge their staffs all the time.
I think he's lonely, and he just wants them to come charge them and get some small talk in while they're charging. So everybody who doesn't have a magic staff has the ability to drive vehicles. So I hope that clears things up for you.
In fact, I only have more questions, but let's just go ahead.
Here's what happens in the episode. We open on Merklin's tower atop the mountain. The Darkling Lords are there to recharge their power staffs, of course. And Merklin is like, I'll recharge your power staffs for you if you go on a quest for me. And Darkstorm, the leader of the evil Darkling Lord, says, For sake, Merklin, it's always another goddamn quest with you. You know what? Forget it. We're leaving. And as they leave, Merklin is like, they'll be back, as he summons a spider out of his crystal ball and pets it.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's his little emotional support spider. He's like, oh, they didn't want to stay and hang out with me and recharge their power staffs.
His nails are crazy too, eh? He sort of looks like a Mortal Kombat character or something.
Yeah, his eyebrows are wild. They're like spiky, like they've been spiked.
I wonder if that was done with magic.
Oh, that's just gel.
Oh, right.
Over on some other mountaintop, Darkstorm and his buddy have arrived to this crazy old witch lady's house. And Darkstorm is like, hey, crazy old witch lady, think you can help me kill my enemy, Leoric? He's the worst. And he looks like Tom Selleck and can transform into a lion, so maybe you got a potion or something? And the crazy old witch lady is like, do I? I got just the thing. This will trap him in his animal form, and if he doesn't break the spell within 2 days, he will stay a lion forever. Seems pretty convoluted.
Can't you just do a spell that explodes him into red mist or something? Like, why do you need to be doing this whole turn him into a lion business?
Instead of a spell, can you brew me up a machine gun so I can lay that motherfucker out? And her ponytail is out of control, popping out the top like that.
You know that thing's stinky.
Oh, yeah. That old feather duster? You don't want to get too close to that. Over in some small village, some superstitious villagers are arriving home. There's a father and his adult daughter. And the daughter is like, oh, father, I f***ing hate magic. It sucks that it exists. And father's like, take it easy. Everything's fine. But unfortunately, nothing is fine. A deafening roar is heard as a giant mechanical bull thing smashes right through their house, destroying it. And the giant bull smashes all the houses in the village and then drives away. And then, the father and daughter emerge from the rubble, and the daughter is like, well, that was over with the giant robot bull. It parks in the forest, and the Darkling Lords pop out of it. And they're like, oh, what a brilliant plan that was.
So was that like a magic vehicle? They had to harness their magic in order to drive that thing?
Yeah, whoever is the designated magic vehicle person of their group had to drive it.
Had to go to the magic DMV, wait in a magical line for an hour to get his magic bull driver's license.
They had this big paper mache bull thing, and they're like, we've been really looking for a project to use this on.
It was just one of them this was his passion project. It's like, guys, I got a great idea for the bull I've been working on.
He's always trying to use that bull in every plan.
Let's just use it so he shuts up.
Yeah. The villagers are huddling around a campfire, brainstorming about ways to defend themselves against the giant magic bull. All the villagers admit that they are just weak peasants and don't know much about fighting magic bulls. But the daughter gets up and is like, what if we ask Leoric to come fight this thing? And everyone thinks it's a great idea. Father is like, Leoric, we need you, dude. We need you to kill this magic beast. And then the daughter is like, please, Leoric, it's leaving children hungry and homeless. You must help us. And Leoric grabs this lady's hands and is like, I don't know about the whole starving children thing, but how can I refuse a request from such a smoking hot lady?
This guy's gotta calm down. So weird that her dad's standing right there.
So Leoric rides right into Darkstorm's trap. He has like 20 allies. Like
Yeah, this doesn't need to be a lone wolf mission.
Especially if it's a giant bull monster. So Leoric approaches the giant head of the fabricated bull. He poked it with his little staff. Like, what?
Like, this is not the best guy they've got for the job. He's just poking it in the snout.
And then the Darkling Lords ambush him. But Leoric beats the crap out of them until eventually they surround him, and which forces Leoric to dino-evolve into his lion form to escape. Darkstorm splashes some of that potion on him, which transforms him from a blue lion into a red lion, so we know the potion worked. It was just full of red dye. It was just full of Kool-Aid. So the red lion runs back to the villagers, but they think it's just another monster, so they throw rocks and spears at it. And also, I mean, he looks like another monster because he's like demented looking. Like, what the is he doing charging at them like this?
We learn, like, in a little bit that he's able to write his name. So, like, just make a sign and strap it to your lion head. Instead, he's just snarling and charging at everybody.
Yeah.
No wonder they're throwing spears at you.
I would throw a spear at him even if I knew him. Like, if you're charging at me like that, crazy. When Leoric tries to transform back into his human form, he cannot. He's been potioned. The villagers push over a giant boulder and crush Leoric with it. And that clearly just killed him.
Yeah.
Absolutely slammed. That should be the end of the show.
Roll credits.
When we come back from commercial break, the boulder is falling again. And this time, he jumps out of the way.
He's not dead unless you see him die.
We did see him die. He was literally crushed by that huge boulder. And then Darkstorm goes up to the villagers. And as he tells a lie, he's like, Leoric was devoured by the monster. But I will defeat it if you swear loyalty to me. And the mob of villagers are super into it. Meanwhile, behind another boulder, the daughter is crying because she's super sad about Leoric dying because they talked for 1 second and had a real moment, I guess. The father is comforting his daughter, and the father is like, Fletchen. Your name's Fletchen, by the way.
I've just named you. I finally come up with the perfect name.
And Fletchen is like, I must go tell Leoric's friends about his death. And that's the thickest ponytail ever. It's like matted, like it's become like a huge dreadlock. It's so stinky and gross. Over at the Spectral Knights HQ, Fletchen informs them of Leoric's demise, and every single person there, one at a time, says,
Dead? Dead?
Dead.
Dead?
Dead.
And there's like 12 people. So it just goes over and over. After like the fourth person, I think it starts to become pretty insensitive.
5 minutes later in the next scene, someone goes,
Dead?
So the Spectral Knights decide they need to get revenge upon the beast. Back over at the village, Fletchen is returning and is surprised to see no one is working on repairing the village. And her father informs her that Darkstorm said that the main priority now is making weapons. And Fletchen is like, what? Weapons? What about the starving children or whatever? I'm going to go talk to Darkstorm. But her dad is like, no, Fletchen. Darkstorm is so cool. Please don't bother him. Just let him cook, sweet daughter. So next, the Darkling Lords are out with the villagers searching for the beast. And they instruct Fletchen to go check behind some monoliths on her own.
This whole show just takes place behind and around monoliths.
It's bizarre. And of all the people to send on their own, I don't know.
Fletchen shouldn't be doing this.
This is not Fletchen's duty. So Fletchen goes over there behind the Stonehenge thing, and Leoric in his red lion form is there, and he corners her. because even though he's a good lion, he still likes scaring people as if he's a scary lion. He like pins her against the thing and he raises his mighty paw. And Fletchen thinks she's going to die and she says, "Go ahead. I hope you get indigestion." Just crazy, like little joke to make.
Yeah, I had to squeeze that little one-liner in there.
And also, if you eat this old moldy ponytail, you will definitely get indigestion.
Sure, oh, that'd be a terrible furball to cough up.
That's going to plug you out. Fletchen flinches, and she is surprised to see that he has clawed his name into the stone. It says Leoric.
He wrote that really well.
For a lion using a claw, that's pretty good.
Pretty precise. I love when he nods. She's like, "Oh my god, it's you, Leoric," and he nods.
Oh, and he shakes his head. He can communicate. I mean, even after he's answering your questions here, shaking his head. As soon as he's done answering, he just goes right back to lion screaming, lion, like crazy lion roar for no reason. That's not helpful. You're alerting your presence to everyone. The skull graphic on the side of their vehicle, pretty rough.
It's not. That's the same guy who drew that is the same guy that made the paper mache bull. He's their arts and crafts guy. This guy made us a sweet logo for the magic car.
Like I knew some people that wanted to be tattoo artists and they shouldn't have became tattoo artists.
Yeah. I think the lion drew that logo.
The villagers bombard Leoric with their spears and stones as Fletchen frantically tries to explain the situation. But it's too confusing and stupid, so no one listens to her, and Leoric is forced to flee.
I don't think I'd listen to someone named Fletchen.
That can't be a name.
Definitely not.
So Leoric runs and ends up falling into some kind of trap. And it turns out it was the trap set by the other spectral knights, his buddies. They were laying traps to capture the supposed beasts. The spectral knights pull the bag out from the trap, and they can't see that it's Leoric that they've captured. They think they've just captured the monster. And they all surround the bagged creature and get ready to kill it. They're just like gonna smash it. They're just gonna smash whatever fell in here. It could have been a villager. It's like small. It could have been a gazelle.
It's one of those starving kids.
Luckily, Fletchen arrives. Fletchen. Why is she the main character of this show today? So luckily, Fletchen arrives and says, "Don't slam that bag. It's Leoric." So they open the bag and it's Leoric. Nice. One of them's like, "Cool, it's Leoric." And Fletchen is like, "Wait, aren't you surprised he's a lion?" And the one dude is like, "No, it's magic. We can all do it. If you need to be walked through the magic systems, please refer to the beginning of the episode."
You can also find us on Wikipedia.
There's a lot of lore on Wikipedia, Fletchen. You might want to look into it. And Fletchen is like, "Magic? But magic sucks. That's one of my main stances in life and kind of my only personality trait." And Fletchen explains he can't turn back into his human form because he's been bewitched. And another knight is like, "Let's consult the bearer of knowledge. He'll know what's up." They pick up a magic staff.
It's like an LCD screen on the end of a stick.
I've just fastened my iPad to this pole. Let me raise it up in the air and play some videos for us.
Oh, 1 second, ads.
They say the magic words, and the staff genie emerges from the staff. He's like a 70s disco guy. The bearer of knowledge is like, "Did you know there are like 500 different types of species of lions?" This guy's been on Wikipedia. And the knights are like, "Okay, that's cool, I guess. But bearer of knowledge, we need to know how to cure Leoric. We don't need cool lion facts right now." And the bearer of knowledge is like, "He's stuck in his lion form, eh? That's crazy. There's only one person that could do that. The crazy old witch lady from the beginning of the episode." So Witterquick, which is one of the knights, uses his magic staff to fast travel over to the crazy witch lady's house.
She's just eating soup.
And Witterclick is like, "Hey, you old witch, can I get an antidote or whatever?" He's wearing gloves, but you can still see his fingernail.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of gross.
Ew, those are skin tight.
That's too tight. It's got to be cutting off circulation.
Those nails are just waiting to pop out of that thing if he points too hard.
The crazy old witch lady refuses to give him an antidote and also attacks him with a magic light attack. But Witterquick is very fast. That's kind of his whole thing. He dodges every light blast and then grabs the old witch lady by the collar. And he says, now you listen to me. I grow weary of your games, you old So, the witch brews a quick antidote and explains, you must douse Leoric with it before the third sun sets, or else he'll stay a lion forever. And the first sun has already set. You used up the power of your magic staff already to fast travel here, so you'll have to walk back. Haha. But luckily, Witterquick uses his animal totem power to take the form of a cheetah, and he runs back, racing against the trio of setting suns. Back with the gang, Fletchen is like, oh, it's second sundown already, and some villagers are over a rock ridge spying on them. And they conclude that if they're hanging out with the lion, they must be evil. So they go back to report to Darkstorm.
I'm kind of curious about the blonde guy with the goatee.
He kind of looks like, who's that chef or whatever, the food guy?
Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri.
This actually canonically takes place in Flavortown.
Over with Darkstorm. He's giving a presentation to the villagers, saying they should go look for the beast in the hills. And Guy Fieri is like, we found the beast. And everyone in the angry mob is stoked, so they march off.
They've upgraded the logo a little bit.
Is that an upgrade?
They put a V2 on it.
That's a side grade. That's not necessarily better. But Fletchen's father stays behind to have a word with Darkstorm, saying, Darkstorm, my daughter's with the beast. You must rescue her. And Darkstorm is like, oh yeah, no problem, dude. We'll rescue her for sure.
What's her name? Gretchen or something?
And as soon as the old man walks away, Darkstorm turns to his buddy and is like, we're not rescuing her.
What's up with the logo? It's weird how inconsistent this is.
So the Darkling Lords and the villagers descend upon Leoric and the gang. And the villagers storm our heroes. You know what he looks like? A kakabuto.
They gotta just bite his snout. That's perfect. Fletchen should just chomp down on his nose.
Leoric attacks this one Darkling Lord, and the guy is like screaming his head off. He's so scared. It's kind of embarrassing. So the Whimpering Wimp takes the form of his animal totem, which is an armadillo, so he can curl up into a ball and pretend it's not happening.
He turns into a head of iceberg lettuce.
And then the armadillo dude comes out of his transformation in this week's cursed frame.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame for that guy. He's not going to live this down.
That's so embarrassing. And the way he was screaming his head off right before this was happening, it's like, I don't know if you're cut out to be a Darkling Lord, dude. There's 3 setting suns in this show and now 1 full moon. And it looks like he's trying to recharge his own power staff, if you know what I mean.
Not in front of the villagers, man.
Oh,
Come
not
on.
in front of Fletchen. Finally, we get another look at their logo. Let's see how
The
it's doing.
third iteration of the logo. While this is happening, one of the Dark Lords is just actively updating the logo, trying to perfect it.
Witterquick arrives in his cheetah form with the potion in his mouth. And the old father, who's in the middle of trying to kill Red Lion Leoric, he sees the cheetah arrive, and he's like, wait, what the is happening? And Witterquick dino evolves back into his human form, dumps some blue potion on Leoric, and bam, he's back to blue, which means he's back to good. And he transforms back into his human form.
Flexing, wearing a big trash can on his head.
Their helmets are a little embarrassing for sure. It's a little too thick. You don't get good peripheral vision in that thing.
No, he's like a horse.
Yeah. You got blinders on me.
If you get too close to him on the side, you'll spook him.
Holy I didn't see you there, Fletchen. Leoric quickly explains everything to the villagers. And Darkstorm is like, let's run. And they drive away. Cryotech, who's one of the spectral knights, uses his magic staff to summon a big blue archer. And the archer shoots an exploding arrow at the Darkling Lord's vehicle, flipping it over. And the villagers attack them, but the Darkling Lords flip their vehicle over and escape just in time. Just in time to have another episode and another weird fight another day. Next, the spectral lights are helping the villagers rebuild their homes. And the old father's like, I'm so sorry we almost killed you, Leoric. Oh, and Fletchen is so proud of her father here, finally accepting magic.
And then he says, I'm so sorry that I named you Fletchen earlier. I'm going to come up with a better name for the next episode. Just feels like it's not really sticking the more I say it. Is that even a word?
It's short for f***ing Gretchen. What do you want to name this baby? I don't know. F***ing Gretchen, I guess?
Fletchen.
And Leoric laughs and is like, apology accepted. Just don't be so intolerant in the future. Fletchen steps up and says the moral of today's episode. It's not about the magic. It's who uses the magic that matters. And then Father walks away so he can watch with admiration as Leoric and Fletchen have a special, beautiful moment together.
What a pervert.